Okay, what's up everybody? Welcome back to the channel. I'm Jack, and today I'm just going to be talking about all of the airsoft stuff that I'm selling. If you didn't know, I quit airsoft actually a long time ago, and this is basically the majority, if not all, of my gear that I'm going to be selling for you guys. So I'm just going to be going through all of it, detailing the prices, what's included, what's not included, condition, all of that. So if anyone's interested on any of these products and you want to purchase something or have a question, leave a comment down below, and I'm going to leave the links to all of the products where you can buy them in the eBay links, also in the description. So without further ado, I'm just going to go through all the products one by one, tell you a little bit about it, and yeah, let's get into it. So up first, I'm selling my FMA, see if you can see that, Maritime helmet. This is of course in multicam, and this is the thick and heavy version, and I'm going to be selling this for $95 shipped. All of these are going to be including shipping in the prices, so the price I say is how much it's going to be. Like, that's all you got to pay, no extra for shipping, like it's all included in the price. So this is the FMA Maritime thick and heavy. It is in medium. That's basically the standard, like gold standard in helmet sizes. Some people use large, but if you have a smaller to medium size head, I have like a not that big of a head, this does fit perfectly because it does have the adjustment knob on it, so you can obviously, you know, if you have a smaller head, tighten it, loosen it, you know, what have you. I previously said this is the thick and heavy version, and that's why this is the kind of more expensive option. These are typically creeping into the triple digits because they do have the older versions of them that typically are around $50–$60, but these thick and heavy ones are more expensive because, as the name suggests, they're thicker and they're heavier than the original one. You can see that specifically. Let me see if I can get a good lighting here. These arc rails are very, very durable, and they're very good quality. Compared to my old Maritime helmets that I had, because I primarily did run Maritime helmet, these are way thicker, again, as the name has in its title. They're way more durable. The actual shell itself, again, very good quality. I never actually like ran this in game, so it's like new condition. There's, as you can see, there's little to no wear on it at all. This supported, when I did have it, I never ran it like I said, but I would just put stuff on it just to, you know, see what it looks like, take pictures, what have you. I did run like a counterweight back here, Comtacs right here, strobe up here, and then I also had a full night vision setup right here. So it does, you know, get the job done whether you do play airsoft or you just do real shooting, and you don't need a, you know, real ballistic helmet because you're not going to war, obviously. Just want, you know, something for a night vision setup. Really good option. The straps are very good quality on these compared to the old generation. Had no need to replace these. The only thing that you would need to note, and I, by the way, did put the Velcro on here as well, just a side note, this is also very good quality compared to, you know, what it used to be. You could still add aftermarket, but it got the job done for me. But the one thing, like I was saying, that you would need to replace and it will not come with is the pads on the inside. As you can see, try to get it pretty good. You can see inside it does obviously have like the kind of forehead padding here, and then obviously it just has some back on where these straps kind of, you know, tighten and loosen around your head. Will not come with pads, but it's not really like that's a downside anyway, because if I was running this, you know, for whatever application you need it in, I would get extra pads from, you know, a better source anyway, whether it be something like Team Wendy or even something as basic as like a Condor helmet pad. I would definitely recommend stuff over the FMA ones because I don't have them in here for the specific reason of the FMA ones are terrible. So that's the only thing really to note, is it just won't have pads or Velcro or anything in it, but really you should be putting your own in it anyway, because that's really the only thing I don't like about this. Yeah, that's the first thing. FMA multicam, Maritime, medium, really good, $95 shipped. Like I said, if you have any questions, let me know down in the comments, so we'll get on to the next thing. Okay, up next is this. This is my Elite Force Glock 17. I believe it's Gen 4. Yeah, this is Gen 4. This is really kind of one of my favorite things that I've owned, so I'm looking to get a decent price for it. I'm going to be selling this again for $195 shipped, and the reason that I'm selling it is I really just, even though I really like it, I have no use for it anymore. The only thing that's really wrong with it is the hop-up bucking is a little weird inside of here, and it's like going all over the place. It's just because I had installed it, it got all warped and everything, but I had a maple leaf one in here, so the only thing that you'd need to do if you bought this is just replace the bucking, which is like $8 if you want to get like a maple leaf or something. So it's not a big deal at all. Everything else is perfect on it. I have one magazine. You can kind of see it does have some wear on it, but it's not like I abused it or anything. It just, from the action of it going in and out like constantly, that's just like what happens to it. So you can see it's in good condition. It obviously has the we can get it to focus, not on me, focus on this thing. Hello, there we go. I don't know if you can see, it says Glock on it. You can kind of see it right there. It does have the base plate on it. These can be a bit of a pain, but I would usually use like a pencil or something just to kind of get the base plate out here. So yeah, it's going to come with one magazine. Thing is in really good condition. The things that it comes with is everything that's on here currently. So I have a UTG light that is actually really good for the purposes that I used it with. I used it for mainly just airsoft or target practice for like real steel shooting, and the way that works is it has a temporary like this, and then you can flick it to be like permanently on until you go ahead and do it again. So this is really good. Again, it's going to come with it if you so choose to purchase this, as well as it has a helix outer barrel, and it is threaded. You can get one of the like little lug like thread protectors to go on the front of it. You could also get like a tracer or a suppressor or whatever, so you can do that. I always left it like this because I thought this looked, you know, the coolest. So this is it. Really not much to be said about it. There's tons of upgrades for this thing that have hit the market since I purchased it a long time ago. It's in really good condition. Just want you to get a good look at it. Please focus. Please focus. I ran this a lot. It was a lot of fun. Like I said, the only thing wrong with it is just the hop-up thing, but that's a super easy fix. But yeah, other than that, it's in near perfect condition, and I'm gonna be selling this for $195 shipped. All these things, by the way, are continental US only, so I can't ship, you know, anywhere else. It's too much of a pain. It's too much money, you know. But yeah, so that's this Glock 17. Again, down below if you're interested, or just go ahead and check out the link for more information. Let's just go ahead and get to the next thing. Okay, up next we have the G&G ARP9. So I'm going to be selling this one for $285 shipped, and I'm just going to tell you a little bit about this specific one and just give you some info, give you some up-close shots of it so you can see what you'd be getting yourself into. So right off the bat, you're going to notice this will not come with it. I just have this on here right now. It's just a flash hider. I had this on because I hated the orange one that came with the gun stock, I guess you could say. So I just have this on it, but if you were getting it, you would just get that because honestly the orange one looks terrible, so I don't even know why you'd want that in the first place. You can put a tracer on here. I always ran a tracer, an amplifier or something. I just had the flash hider on there for show, and as well as the front and rear sights I don't have on here, but this would come with 3 magazines. So I have one, and then I have the other 2 down there. So these are all mid caps. These are the 60 rounds. They feed really well. I never really had any issues with like misfeeding, jamming, anything like that. They always ran super well. That's why I had a lot of them. So it would be coming with 3 of these, which are valued at like $20 each, I'm pretty sure. So I mean, you know, that's something good. as well as, it's not on here right now, but I have an AirTech battery extension unit, which basically pops onto there so you can run the stock all the way out here, and then the battery will obviously not just hang out the side. You have the battery kind of encased in that extension unit that just clips on right here, so that you can run it with a bigger battery of your choosing. That's mainly it. It's completely stock. If you want to know a little bit about this, I'd recommend checking out like the official product pages for it. 285 shipped, battery extension unit, and 3 magazines with it. So yeah, again, I ran this a lot. Near perfect condition. You're gonna find a lot of these things are in near perfect condition because I took good care of them. Just trying to show you guys a little bit of this thing. So yeah, really good condition. ARP9. On to the next. Okay, the next thing I have is kind of a double package, I guess you could say. It is the DEFCON JPC replica, obviously, with just a double magazine pouch. I'm selling these together. You can't buy one or the other separate, but like I'm basically including this thing for free anyway. So I'll just, you know, give you a little look around at these, and then I'll get into the main JPC. So of course you got your MOLLE straps on the back. You can choose to put these obviously over, or you can put them under the you know, under the flaps, how people do, so you could just pull the magazine out like really quick. So with this out of the way, I'll go ahead and talk about the main JPC. So with the main JPC, it is a tan. It's not like a coyote brown. I'm letting you know it is like a khaki tan. What you're seeing on the screen is, you know, what it looks like, so there's no weird lighting or anything like that. The straps are actually pretty good, and you can see the skeleton webbing on the side. Back, again, like a JPC, you know, nothing too crazy different. So this is size medium. It is very accurate to the actual cry sizing, so if you think you're a medium, most likely you're a medium. So it will be coming with the foam plates inside that came with it, and I'm going to be selling both the JPC and the pouch together for $70 shipped. So yeah, really good deal. Again, like a lot of these things are, because again, like a lot of these things are, they are in near perfect condition. You cannot see anything. Let me go ahead and kind of flip this around. You cannot see almost anything wrong with it. Maybe a couple like frays here and there, you know, like, please focus. Like that. There you go. It's, you know, it's basically like buying it new, but you get stuff with it. So yeah. Okay, up next, I actually have one of my personal favorite things that I ever owned during my time playing Airsoft, and that is this. Now, these, or this since it's a single unit, is the Aerodynamic Comtac 3 headset in Coyote Brown. Like I said, these are my personal favorite thing I ever used. I'm going to be selling these for $75 shipped, and I'll just go ahead and tell you a little bit about them. Not much to be said, but you know, and I can do a little close-up. So yeah, let's get into it. You're gonna see right off the bat, the color is Coyote Brown. I know a lot of people that, you know, want to get into the Comtac look and function, but don't want to spend, you know, how much money on a set of Comtacs. But you know, they come in like a weird tan or green or something like that. These are the legitimate Coyote Brown. So that is super, super cool in my opinion. Wiring, standard NATO PTT to any, you know, push to talk as PTT suggests. A lot of people run the Baofeng, I think it's the UV5Rs, you know, not that expensive, good, you know, things to hook these up to, so that's something I'd personally recommend. Headband intact, like I said, and like I've mentioned with everything else, really good condition. Basically no signs of wear at all on this. It basically looks perfect. And yeah, you have your boom mic here. I'll just go ahead and put this on so you see what it looks like. So this is what it looks like. Again, Comtac 3s, it's what you would expect. So you have the mic, you can talk to people. Pretty cool. Like I said, $75 shipped, and this is one of my personal favorites, so I hope it could be one of yours too. Okay, next up I have this. This is really hard to get in frame, so I'm just going to show you a little kind of tour of it before I even get into talking about it. This is an authentic US Air Force ABU set. Well, not set, I stand corrected, it's just the top. So this is the Air Force ABU top. I'm selling it for $20 shipped. And, you know, not anything special about this, just if you're a collector or you have some use for it or anything like that. Yeah, nothing really special about it. It's size 40, extra short it's called. It's in right here. See if we can get to focus. Yep, there you go. So that's the size that it is, so you can probably look up the charts and all that. Just for reference, I'm like 5'8 3/4, 5'9", and this fits me decently well. So that's like what kind of build, and you can kind of see like, you know, what I look like. So if that's what your build is kind of similar to, you're gonna have a good time with this. Or if you're just collecting it, or you know, what have you. I'm just selling this. So like I said, $20 shipped. Yeah, that's basically it. Okay, the next thing is kind of the biggest boy out of all of them. This is my Semapo 6094K in AOR1. But not only is this the Semapo 6094K in AOR1, it's the old gen. So these things are extremely hard to come by nowadays. I'm going to be selling this for $385 shipped. I'll just go ahead and give a little background on this because a lot of people don't have much kind of experience with these because they're so hard to come by. So I'll just give a little kind of background on what it is. And yeah, so this is the 6094K. How this differs from the 6094A is this typically takes swimmer plates, so you'll kind of see what it looks like that. It does look a little weird when it doesn't have plates in it. This will not be coming with plates because you should get your own if you're using this. The other difference is it actually has a built-in mag pouch, triple shingle type of thing. It's not a pain. I thought when I got this originally that it was going to be, you know, annoying because I'd want to put my own thing there. It's not at all. In fact, it's really cool to just have this built in all the time. So it comes with these triple shingles, it being the K on it. It can fit 2 magazines per kind of mag pouch, and it has, I don't know if you can see that, there you go, right there. It has the elastic to push it out, as well as it has grommets on the bottom to drain water. So for this being made primarily for the Navy SEALs or any kind of water operation, this thing would see, you know, some salt water, would see some water in general. So to drain the water, it would come out the bottom. So the other big thing about this is it is the old gen, like I stressed in the beginning. The difference between the old gen and the new gen is this AOR is actually accurate, and the new gen of Semapos is not accurate at all. It is bright, it's weirdly colored, it's just not AOR at all. So with this new one, if you have actual Cry G3 AOR1, you know, combat shirt, pants, or even the ACs, you know, whatever is Cry or LBT and AOR1, even Eagle Industries, whatever, it's going to match this because this is AOR1. So that's a really, really big difference. Another reason a lot of people want to get these is because it's actually accurate. It'll come with this. This is kind of accurate. I mean, it honestly looks almost the same. You probably can't even tell the difference. This is just a jumbo AOR1 US flag patch that I think looks really good on it once you put the plates and all that in it. I always ran that on it, so I'm going to include it in here. And then the other thing I have on here is the TMC AOR1. The camo pattern on this is a little different, but if you leave it out in the sun for a little bit, it will fade and will start to match the AOR1 more. But it's, as you can see on here, it's not a big deal at all, but I won't be including this and this in it. Like I said, I'm selling this for $385. This is the old gen 6094K and AOR1. So yeah, if you have any questions on this, because I know this is, you know, very hard to come by, let me know in the comments and I'll be sure to answer it for this as well. Okay, up next we have my Emerson Tactical Cobra Molly rigger belt. This is in black. This is small. That's what she said. And I'm going to be selling this for $65 shipped. So I'm going to tell you a little bit about it, and yeah, let's get into it like we did the past like 10 products. This is what it looks like. It has 2 rows of Molly along it. You can fit things like taco pouches, IFAKs. It can basically fit everything. And if you don't know the way this works, basically I have it attached now, but you put the inner belt in like the belt loops of your pants, and then this outer one velcros on top of it, and then it will just click in like that, and then you just release it. So selling this for $65. Again, this is basically new condition. Most of these things push the $90 range that you'll see online, so again, in my opinion, a really good deal like everything else I'm selling. This is in the small size, and I'm pretty sure they say it's supposed to be like a 34-inch waist, but my waist is not that at all. Mine's like 30 max, and this does fit me. So yeah, this can, and basically primarily is for smaller people, but it can work with bigger people as well. You just have to kind of layer the inner belt on top of itself a lot more. So yeah, so selling this 65 shipped. That's basically it. Not much to it, but it is really cool, and this actually did help me a lot when I did play. Next up we have what I'm calling the Assorted Mag Bundle, I guess you could say, and it comes with all of these. I know it's a lot. These are all made for AEGs. I'm going to go ahead and tell you a little bit about each one because they are slightly different. That's why I'm kind of selling it for a cheap price. I'm going to be selling all of these for $40 together. So I'm just going to tell you about them, and yeah. So the first kind of note are these two. These are 2 Crytek high cap magazines. They hold, I think, like 350 rounds. You know, like a traditional high cap. It has the winding wheel. You know, you can see like some scratches and stuff, but like there's gonna be scratches on magazines. So 2 of them that are gonna be included are these 2 metal high cap magazines. The next one that's gonna be in it is one of the Banff magazines from Evike. These hold 190 rounds. I actually really enjoyed these when I was playing because these would be cheaper than the PTS EPMs, but they would hold 190 rounds, and that's a lot for a mid cap, and they fed really well. So I'm selling this. Again, obviously it does have some like minor like things that wear on it, but it's basically in, you know, great condition. I still have the little like fake ammunition in the window. Yeah, that's basically all that's, you know, relevant to this thing. Holds a lot. It's great. Have no complaints. And yeah, so next up we have these. You can see a lot of wear on these. So these kind of have a weird story to them. I got these at like a kind of like a trade show for AIRSOFT a long time ago, and these are actually like the original E-mags, like the old school ones. So they're really beat up, but they were really cool to use because I can get it to focus on the mag. People would always like look at them when I had them and be like, yo, are those like the old ones? And they are. So yeah, I don't know what the previous owner did to them. I don't know if he tried to like refurbish them, or if they were used at Milsim events and got really beat up. But these are the old gen ones. I'm not even sure how many rounds they hold. I would just load it until they can't hold anymore. They do come with these base plates, the Magpul ones on it. Just to note, sometimes like they hold in some guns and lock in and some they don't, so you know, that's one thing to note. They did hold in my Crytacs, so if you have a Crytac, there should not be an issue there. You just really gotta shove it in there, and it should lock. So I was using all of these. They were really cool, even if you want to just collect them and say that you have them. You know, that's also cool as well. With these three, and then I have the Evike Bamf mag, and then the 2 high caps. So I'm going to be selling these total 6 magazines for $40 shipped. That's all there is to these. These are kind of the cool ones that I've had in my collection, and you know, I have no more use for them, so I just want to give them to someone that would appreciate them. So yep, that's it, and we just got a couple more things to go over. Okay, next up we have this Replica Fast helmet. This is really old. I'm gonna say right off the bat, I'm gonna be selling this plus this for $65 shipped. I don't even remember who the manufacturer with this thing is. It is a fast helmet. It is in pretty good condition. The only thing that's technically wrong with it, or that I would replace, is the helmet straps on this are not the greatest at all. I would definitely replace this with a different kind of gutted system. That's why I was saying earlier in the maritime section with my maritime helmet, those are really good on these new updated FMAs. But with this helmet in particular, these aren't good, so I would go ahead and replace this, and as well as there being no pads in here, but there is Velcro. But same goes for the maritime, when I said that I would get pads from an external source anyway, because these kind of cheaper helmet type pads typically, you know, don't work well, because if you have a nice helmet, you wouldn't really want to cheap out on pads, and then your head feels all weird, and then, you know, you're sweating and it's uncomfortable and all that. So yeah, that's basically it with this. Would replace this. These can obviously go in here. I just didn't have them on because I was running the night vision, so it would just, you know, lock into L4 G24 mount. So if you buy it, you're gonna get this with the black helmet cover, which has all this Velcro on it, as well as this, which, if I can kind of get it unstuck from itself, is an M81 cover. I ran this a lot. Also fits this, you know, just so you know. So yeah, not much to this. Replica Fast helmet, really good. Just replace the pads and the straps. Comes with these 2 helmet covers. The shell, really good quality, thick ABS plastic. $65 shipped. Okay, the very last thing that I have that I'm selling is this and this. So my original uniform, I guess you could say, that I wore when I went to play Airsoft. These are very small. They look like they're borderline made for like Build-A-Bears. This is a kid size large. It says chest up to 36.5 inches, but I feel like that's BS. And so it's a size large for that. And I'll go ahead and open it in a second so you can like see what it looks like. And then for the pants, this is size large, and this I can confirm. The waist is 26 to 30 inches. The inseam is up to 27.5. So I'm just gonna go ahead and show you, come on please, that really quick. So that's what these look like. And then this. This is what I ran. Like I said, I'm really dating myself. If you remember back when I first started my channel, how, you know, young I was or whatever, you obviously notice a clear difference. So this is what I ran when I first started. Again, really good condition. I always took good care of my stuff. So I'm going to be selling these 2 things together for $25 shipped. You know, really cheap. I want to give it to someone that, you know, a younger player starting out that could really use it. So yeah. So yeah, that's gonna be it, guys. That's the total lineup of all the things that I'm selling. It's honestly like the main majority of the stuff that I currently have. Like I said in the beginning of the video, I know this was a long one, so thanks for bearing with me. And I just really wanted to give like a good description of each of the things I'm selling. So as I said before, the eBay links to all the products will be in the description, and if you have any questions, comments, concerns, or different offers, you can go ahead and leave that down in the comments below. But as always, I'm Jack, and thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.